right, let's take a look at our second inversion diatonic triads. I also made a video for first inversion diatonic triads, so if you haven't seen that, definitely check it out and it'll make the whole picture make more sense. So what a diatonic triad is just a harmonized G scale. So for instance, if I played a G scale on the first string, played a G scale on the second string, G scale on the third string, and then with specific hand positions, which are just chords, play all three, then you have a harmonized scale. So it works just like a regular scale would. If somebody was playing a single note melody, just on one string, and you harmonize it, you just have a real pretty sound, and there's just more depth and interesting things with your solo, and they come in handy. And it also just helps you understand how chords work, chord progressions. It shows you where chord inversions are on the neck. So there's a lot of information in this. So let's look at the shapes. First shape is a G chord, F-shaped G chord. Pinky is on first string, 5th fret, index, 2nd string, 3rd fret, middle, 3rd string, 4th fret. That's a G. Second inversion. Then we're going to scoot that up. This is an A minor chord, barring 5th fret with index, pinky on 1st string, 7th fret. That shape goes up a whole step. That's a B minor. Then we go up a half step and change back to the F shape. This is a C chord. Pinky's on 10th fret. Scoot that up a whole step. We have a D chord. That's the same shape. Then up a whole step. E minor chord, barring 12th fret, pinky on 14th. And then we go up to the one that's different. This is a F sharp diminished chord. Index is on the 2nd string, 13th fret. Middle finger, 3rd string, 14th fret. Pinky on 1st string, 16th fret. And then we go up a half step and switch back to our F shape, and we've gotten back to the octave. So we've just played all the way through the fretboard with these triads. And actually I kept going with the rolls, so just to exhaust the whole fingerboard, we go up a whole step and pinky on 19th fret, that's the A minor, and then one whole step up for the last B minor. So you've got the whole fretboard tied together with these. So what we would want to do is put some rolls to this to practice with. The first roll I'm doing is a backward roll. So we've got middle, 1st string, index 2nd, thumb 3rd, middle 1st, index 2nd, thumb 3rd, middle 1st, and thumb 5th. And what we would want to do at first is just play one measure per shape. So we're going to go. And go back down. then once you go up and down, that can get boring pretty quick. So what's good to do is just start anywhere and just make patterns with it. One that I really like is called the Leapfrog Pattern. And you start on the first one, skip the second one and go up to the B minor, then back one. Then you skip the B minor, go to C, back one, D, and back to the C. Then you're jumping that one, back one, oops. So it just adds more interesting patterns to your exercises. So here it is with rolls. That's just one example. You can do all sorts of things with this. Another thing that I like with these is playing slow tremolo style backup. And it's just an idea that you can try out. That's stuff that you hear in banjo players like Sonny Osborne and all sorts of people just doing that slow backup. I was just doing, there's a couple different patterns you can do, but just to quickly show you, I'm doing this. It's triplets. All I'm doing is pinching first and second string with index and middle, and then hitting thumb on the third string. And then you just keep going back and forth, and it gives you this slow triplet feel. Has a real pretty effect. I really like that. The next roll that we're going to incorporate is the forward reverse roll. Okay, and then what we're going to do is split 1/2 of a measure with the first shape, then the next half, next 4 notes with the next shape. So we're going to start here and we're going to go. That's 4 notes. Scoot up to the next shape and do the rest of the roll. And up. So that's how it's working. You're splitting half one and then half for the other shape. So here this is. So there's a lot you can do with these, and it just helps you understand the whole fretboard. First things first, just get your left and right hands doing these things. Get your ears understanding the sounds. Is it a whole? Is it a half step? Just by, it starts by just getting your hands on the exercise, and you're going to start to recognize things in tunes where you see these things. It also helps you understand chord progressions. You can make licks out of this stuff, like a 2-measure D lick. If I start on the D and go down, down, land on the G, and I did a forward reverse roll on that, you just have a real nice, interesting 2-measure D lick with a beautiful harmony. Here's an example of a solo where I'll use a 2-measure D lick. So I'm using a chord progression of 2 measures of G, 2 of C, and 2 of D. So just a few ways that you can start to utilize this stuff, but just go ahead and check the other video out if you haven't seen that. That'll be very helpful. And we have one more coming up that's going to be the third inversion, which is going to start on our D-shaped G chord. And then you will have 3 inversions of diatonic triads. So enjoy.